Now then, we've been discussing the Crossfield Cup that starts next week, so obviously we must mention Cheshire.
Oh yeah.
You're in a group of 3 with North Langston, Fylde and Wales.
And Wales, yeah.
Now the North Langston Fylde Supremo is actually listening to this, so be careful what you're saying.
Well, Mr. Pyman.
Yeah.
Maybe that's who you're on about, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
That's it, yeah.
It might be.
So what do you think of your chances then, North Langston Fylde next week? The interesting choice of the green, Lightning Institute and Winsford Cons, isn't it?
Yeah, well actually both teams have made it's a very interesting venue, both places really. I think Leighton Institute is a tremendous home green. I'm hoping that their side isn't quite good enough to be able to cope with it and use it to their advantage. But I think that's a great home green. Our venue is also very good. But Cheshire have just had a little bit of a rethink in the last 12 months. And Winsford Cons isn't a venue we've ever used before, but indeed we've come back into mid-Cheshire. Because the balance is probably just swaying us slightly, that we've got a lot of really good young players in our district again. So we're taking the baton next week, and hopefully we can do the business. I think Jimmy's a little bit perturbed, I think, by some of the comments that have been floating around about how many they're going to get beat by.
Well, he's put a message on here. They're not worried about you, Glenn.
No, well, Jimmy might do, yeah. It's not what their players are saying, by the way, but he is a team. He is the Supremo. He shouldn't be saying anything different.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. He's my mate, Jimmy, and whatever he says, we just have a load of banter about anyway.
Well, Gary Ellis has just been on and said Jimmy Parker's clueless. So I think Gary's chance of a decent draw in the Waterloo is out the window, isn't it?
Well, it is for Gary. I'm saying nothing because I'm there tomorrow.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. And we'll have a bit of a laugh tomorrow, me and Jimmy.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, whatever happens, we'll get on right about it. And I think by his own admission, the second favourites in next week. But I don't think any match has ever been won by the bookie.
I mean, the 2 greens, interesting choice. I mean, Lightning Institute is obviously a handicap green, which a lot of you lads will have seen, and at the same time, Winsford Cons, as you just said, it's a bit of a new venture for you, so it's interesting altogether, isn't it?
Well, Leighton Institute actually, there's not many of our away team that will have been before. If they have, it's only very seldom. There's probably 2 players in the whole squad that are quite familiar with Leighton Institute, and that's Chris McDonald and myself. But we're in the home side, so Jimmy's been quite clever with that one. Really, he's guessed where we're likely to play our home game and taken the gamble that we wouldn't be going to Leighton Institute. So Jimmy's pretty clever, but I always give him credit for that. When he was on the Cheshire selection committee, he's a clever lad that way. So, but it's a big tricky green, Leighton, and we've picked a small, very quick green, or up and down, very quick green. So it should be quite interesting, really, next week.
Okay, well, we'll watch out for that result, Glyn. So anyway, thanks for joining us tonight, mate, and I'll see you at a few Premier League football grounds next year, probably.
Oh yeah, possibly at Villa Park or somewhere, Mel, maybe, but I don't think there's anywhere else down there that we'll be meeting, will there?
No, probably not.
Except
okay. Anyway, Glyn, thanks for joining us, and I'll see you on the circuit, mate.
Okay, take care.
Good night, Glyn.
Okay,
Thank you,
that was
good night, mate.
That was Glyn.
Bye now. Bye.
Bye.
Glyn Cookson joining us. Just once again, remind you you're listening to Mel Evans on Talking Bowls Radio, sponsored by Thurston.